This is your 420 Radio News for Monday, August 19th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. Cops round out of free Doritos in 10 minutes at Seattle Pot Fest from abcnews.com. The Seattle Police Department descended into the city's annual Hemp Fest, which celebrates marijuana culture, to put into action a plan dubbed Operation Orange Fingers. In a move to draw attention to marijuana usage rules and restrictions in the state, officers handed out free Doritos with stickers about pot laws stuck to the bags. Not only delicious, but educational, each bag displayed a sticker of do's and don'ts of I-502, Washington's ballot measure that legalized the possession of marijuana in November. So what do the cops consider the don'ts of an overwhelmingly popular pot law? The stickers instructed Washingtonians to remember to avoid driving while high, giving or selling weed to people under the age of 21, as well as foregoing pot use in public. The do's? Listen to Dark Side of the Moon at a reasonable volume, the sticker said. For more information, the Doritos devourers could head to a website for more information. Governor Christie amends medical marijuana restrictions from the New York Times. Trying to straddle a potentially dangerous social issue, Governor Christie on Friday agreed to expand New Jersey's medical marijuana program, but stopped short of what parents with children with life-threatening diseases say is necessary to prove their access to treatment. Mr. Christie would allow medical marijuana dispensaries to provide edible marijuana, but only for children. Parents say the edible products provide the benefits but not the high of marijuana and makes it easier to treat children who are too impaired to smoke. Mr. Christie also eliminated a part of the law that limits to 3 the number of strains of marijuana that dispensaries can cultivate. But the legislature had approved a bill aligning regulations for children with what is required for adults in the program, which is already considered the nation's strictest. Children, like adults, could be prescribed marijuana by a doctor registered with the state under the proposal. Mr. Christie vetoed that part of the legislation, keeping in part the requirement that parents have letters of support from a pediatrician and a psychiatrist, as well as a prescription from a doctor registered in the program. Of about 250 doctors on the state registry, 2 are pediatricians and 16 are psychiatrists. Lee Child says, "I've smoked cannabis 5 nights a week for 44 years," from the Daily Mail. He is one of the world's best-selling thriller writers, with his Jack Reacher novels so successful one is bought every 2 seconds. Now, author Lee Child has admitted he keeps his writing razor sharp by working while high on cannabis, and even claims that it should be made compulsory. Quote, "I've been smoking weed for 44 years, 5 nights a week," the author confessed. "I'm the poster boy to prove it doesn't do you much harm," end quote. Child was brought up in Birmingham and moved to America in 1999 after he published the first of his Reacher novels, of which he has now sold 70 million. The latest, Never Go Back, comes out on August 28th and is his 18th novel. Last year, Tom Cruise starred in the movie Jack Reacher. This Smokin new scooter is made with hemp from Co. Design. The new B scooter is actually made from a hemp-based plastic. The bio-based, fully electric vehicle is no less durable or chic than any non-hemp motor scooter. Van Echo, the Dutch startup behind the B design, boasts that the shell is so resilient it will simply scratch or scuff, not fall apart, if it ends up in any minor collision. The scooter's plant-based pedigree doesn't detract from its overall performance either, with speeds up to 30 miles an hour and a 50-mile range. The Van Echo team was able to develop a shell that's structural and load-bearing. In doing so, they eliminated the extensive joinery typical of most scooters for a sleeker profile. The B scooter is set to launch in Amsterdam in 2014. Paraguay's new president was targeted by the DEA, from Time magazine. Paraguayan multimillionaire Horacio Cartes promised that the fatherland comes first in his inaugural speech as president on Thursday, delivering a powerful message in one of the most unequal nations in South America. Accusations involving Cartes becoming widely reported after WikiLeaks published a 2010 U.S. State Department cable that labeled him as the head of a drug trafficking and money laundering operation. Philip Morris, British American, Reynolds, and Imperial Tobacco Company officials met with agents from the DEA, the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the Justice and Treasury Departments in a Panama City hotel in December 2009 to coordinate an undercover attack on Cartes, codenamed Operation Heart of Stone. This has been your 420 Radio News for Monday, August 19th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we take you to Seattle Hemp Fest's McWilliams stage and the speech from the executive director of Georgia Moms for Marijuana and Peachtree Normal, Sharon Ravert. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.